Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Snake Egg. I mean, the full title is called Snake Egg Sudoku, but I think the Sudoku part is a given. We're not far off 500 videos on the channel. This is video 496. We haven't played any other games other than Sudoku, so I think it's justified to drop it from the title. Now, the last few days, I'm going to say that we've been posting somewhat tricky puzzles, in the sense that the community voted to be 1-star difficulty rating, but sometimes they weren't. So what I'm really hoping for here, and the challenge is I kind of struggle to find them, is a puzzle that is truly 1-star difficulty rating, and I think we found one for today. Now, it looks reasonably approachable to me. It does have one variant that we've seen before, but not commonly so, which is the eggs here. And you've got Sleuth, for some reason, at the back of a chateau. Is that back? I would say that's probably the front of a chateau, crawling through the grass looking for a snake, who or she are jealously guarding their eggs. So I'm not sure what Sleuth is doing here, but hopefully he does know what he's doing. Anyhow, let's take a look at today's puzzle. Oh, I should mention, 96% rating. Fantastically rated puzzles. Really looking forward to playing this. So Snake Egg Sudoku from Oddlyeven. And you can see immediately the snake, and obviously why I colored it green. You can see a bunch of eggs that it's guarding very jealously, and ready to sort of strike at anyone that comes close. Rules-wise, we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. That means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, wow, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we have dots, which are essentially these three cells. Digits on a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio. I did say 1-to-2 ratio, and then I read it the other way around. So if that's a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4. So that essentially one cell is double the other. Then we have whispers, so adjacent digits on a green line differ by at least 5. Let's continue with our 2 example. If this is a 2, the neighboring digits, which are adjacent to it, have to be 5 or more away. So that would be 7, 8, or 9. Pick your favorite here. Let's say this is an 8. For this to work, this would have to be 1, 2, or 3 to be 5 or more away from the 8. And of course, the classic German whisper line, where it oscillates between low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then repeated. No 5s. Last but not least are the eggs, or circles. A digit in a circle counts how many of that digit appear in circles. So if this digit, for example, is a 1, I can't place a 1 anymore in any of these circles. That's all the rule we have for today. So if you want to play along, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. It's quite fascinating. We haven't come across something like this for a while. And with that said, just watch out for the snake. A link in the description down below, and then I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. I did want to click the restart button. Yep. There we go. Right, classic. This has to be 2, 4. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. And again here. Importantly, of these cells, 2 and 4 are definitely on them. Now, we know that these are 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know that if I put a 2 on here, I will break the puzzle. Let me show you. So if I put a 2 in these 2 cells, that's fine for that rule set. But essentially, these won't work anymore, because I have 2 circles, and I need to put a digit that either can't repeat like the 1 or needs to repeat more like the 3 and 4. So no 2s, and essentially between them, they need to add up to 4. So essentially I could do 1 with a 333, or I could do all 4s. Right, let's get on with coloring then. So every other cell will be the same polarity. It's okay, quite a lengthy one, of course. And I really do hope I've not made a mistake. When I go back and color the other one, so I don't know whether this is low or high, I'm just going to call it purple. And just double check I haven't skipped a cell. And then my other color will be orange. And let's sit back and have a think around what's going on. Such as row 3, this has to be a 5. And because this has to be low, it's blue, we can count the number of oranges and purples. So 1, 2, 3 purple. Purple is blue. And orange is high, so that we have 4 of each in row 3. And that's a 5. We can obviously, I'm not going to color the entire grid, am I? No. This is not an 8, which I think, no, I could still do 2, 4, 8. I don't think I could do a 4. I can, 4, 2, 1, but I can't have a 4 on this German whisper line, otherwise that would be a double 9, so this is not a 4. So my options are essentially 1, 2, 4, or 2, 4, 8. I'm pretty sure this can't be a 1 anymore. I don't think it can be a 2 either, because that would be 2, 4, but this can't be higher. Yeah, so that's that. So I'm just tidying up so I can actually see numbers. And then I think we're going to have to focus on the German whisper line itself. Let me just have a look where they're clustering. That's another 5, for example. One of these two is a 5. Got essentially 3 lows. We have another low, another high, and a 5. Good to know. We can probably figure out what this is. So we've got 3 lows. So if I do 1, 2, 4, I've broken it because 3 would have to be in these cells. So that's 2, that's 4, that's 8. And therefore this is 1, 3. If I put a 3 in here, that breaks because this would be an 8, 9. So that's 1, that's 3. This is a 9, and this is a 9 again because it can't be, neither of them could be an 8. These cells now, well, this is the only place that could be a 6. Between the 1 and 2, it wouldn't work. That's a 7. That can be a 6 because that could be a 1. What else have we figured out? This is not a 1. So this can't be 4. This can be, however. So this is 2 or 3, and this is 2, 3, 4. 2 or 3 would limit this to 7 or 8, depending on which one it is. This, because it's 7 or 8, and it can't be a 3, this is 1 or 2, it can't be a 4 next to 7 and 8. This can't be a 6, but it... I was going to say something silly there. I was going to say, but it's limited to 7, but that's not true. Obviously, I could put 8 and 9. Not 8, but I can put 7 and 9. Even if I put a 1 in here, I mean, this cell is not a 6, nor a 7. This is 8 or 9. 8, 9, no, that's just 8. That is 9. That doesn't remove my 4 option. 2, 4 in here gives me 1 and 3. And a 1 here allows me to still put a 6 there. This is 6 or 7. This is 1 or 2. Can't be 3, and a 4 would require a double 9, neither of which is possible. And this is not a 9, but it could basically be anything else. 6, 7, 8. Oh, hang on. That's not a 3. So we have 6, 7, and then another low digit. And I don't know what the low digit is. Okay. Where do we go from here? I'm just looking for, I mean, there's another big stretch of, I am going to at least color these just so that I can spot them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. One of them has to be a 4. There we go. So where can I put a 4 in row 9? 4 in here would require a double 9. Same for any one of these that's in the middle. This looks like it could be, but neither of which could be a double 9. So that's not a 4. That means all of our circles now have to be the 4, given I've placed this one in here. And with that placed, that's not a 4, this is 2, 3. Progress, but kind of limited progress at the same time. I really thought things will open up once we place some of these digits. Now I think because I can have a double 8. Yeah, I can put a 3 in any of these. So this is just 1, 2, 3. Not very helpful. This is not a 3. And I can do 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9. Yeah, so it does mean that this is 8 or 9 because one of these is going to be a 3, so it is limited. And this cell is not a 9, and it can't be a 6. This is 7 or 8. This is in the same box, so this is 7, 8, 9. So far, I've not placed a 6 or a 5. This is 5, 6. Can't disambiguate them yet. This cell here has to be bigger than a 6. This is 7 or 8. And therefore, this is 1, 2, or 3. I mean, we've already placed a 4, so clearly this one can't be a 2. This is another 1, 3. One of these is 3, but we've already limited it to 8, 9 anyway. That leaves me with a 6 and an 8, 9. And I can't tell which one is the 6 and which one is the 8, 9. Keep going, keep going. What is this cell? 7 or 9. Can't be a 6, of course, and it can't be an 8. Should I be thinking about 4s? I mean, 4 is one of these two, and this could be a 4 with a double 9, as far as I could tell. 4s could be a 4, could be a 4. No, it can't be a 4 here. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. This could be anything. This can't be a 4 again. This is at least 7, but it could be 8 or 9. This is not a 9. It can be a 6 technically with a double 1. So I'm sort of pencil marking all of the German whisper cells, looking for just a bit of tension. And I'm not spotting it. It's not for the lack of trying, I don't think. So, whereas 4 in box 6, maybe a bit of Sudoku. Then I have another 7, 9, and a 5. Yeah, 5 is in one of these cells. That's a 6. That's a 5. There was an 8, 9, which is now in here. And this is a 6. Maybe I should have done that earlier. This can't be a 6 anymore. That is 7, 8, 9. That's all the highs done. So there's a 5 in here with 1, 2, 3. With 2, 3 specifically, since it can't be a 1. And then in there, actually, this is not a 9. 7, 8, 7, 8, 6 is done. This is another 2, 3 to complete the column. That's a 1, 2, 3 triplet. Then I have 5 with a 7, 9. One of these cells is an 8. Technically, I could do 1, 2, or 3 in here with 8 and 9. And then 7. Yeah, technically. 8, 9, 7, and that would be 5. That would be 1, that would be 2. That would be 6, that would be 4, and then a double 9. So, possible. Equally, could be a 1 with a 6 and 7, and then a 2. That does give me, hang on, no, I did say this can be a 4, so don't pencil mark this. 1, 2, 3. I mean, pencil mark it not to revisit it. Not a very useful pencil mark, otherwise. Right, maybe more Sudoku. Say maybe. Definitely more Sudoku. This is... Can it be any of them? It can even be a 6 with a double 1. I mean, again, so that I don't revisit. This is no less than a 7. But can be a 9. And this is now 1, 2, 3. So that's a 1, 2, 3 triple. 4s are none of these cells. 4 is one of these two. That is a 4. That's not the 4. That's the 4. That's a double 9. 9 in here removes 9s there. And 9 here as well. So where is 9 in this box? Well, this is an 8 now. This is a 9. Which gives me another 8 in here. This means this is a 7. Therefore, this is a 1. That's a 2. That's 3, 5. That's 2. That's 1. That's 3. That's not 3. It's not 2 either. That's 1. And this is 6, 7, 8, is it? No. Yeah, because it can't be a 5. 5 can only be here now in row 7. And this is 6, 7, 8 again. That's all of them done. So this is another 1, 2, 3 just to complete all the lows. Can this be a 3? Yes, with 8 and 9. This as well, yeah. This can't be a 9. This is an 8, which is a 7, which means that's not a 3. In fact, it's not a 1 either. That's a 2. We know what these are now. This is 3, 5, 6, I'm going to say. Neither of which is 3 here. That is a 3. This is now a 9. Interesting. Just tidying up here. That's not a 5. 8s. No. 9s. No. I mean, they're fairly restricted, to be fair, but it's not going to let me make progress just yet. 7 gives me an 8, though. Therefore, not an 8, which it wasn't because of this 8. This could well be an 8, but it's limited to these 3 cells. 4 in here, remove that 4, gave me a 4 there. I think 4s were done, aren't we? Yeah, we're done. So interestingly, not done with 6s, being the other restricted digit. Obviously 5s. Let's think about 5s maybe. No. So we need, in this row, which is nearly complete, another 1, 2, 3, a 9, and a 5. And this can't be a 5, but it can be a 9. I don't really want to pencil mark this. This can't be a 9, but it can be a 5. So the only place for a 5 from these 3 cells is here, which I think will finish the 5s for us. Almost. So essentially, we've got a very strange Y-wing, X-wing, whatever you want to call it. One of these cells is a 9, one of them is a 1, 2, 3. This can't be the 1, 2, 3. We have already placed 3 of them. So that's the 1, 2, 3. That's the 9. That's not a 9. This is now 6, 7, 8, I'm going to say. Except not the one in the middle. This is not a 6, therefore, or a 7. That's just 9. I think 9s were done as well, aren't we? Yep, we are. 8s. So, interestingly, not the 8s. Okay. 6, 7, 8. That's got to be 3, 5. And can't resolve yet. What I'm just looking for right now is where can I remove digits? And so far, the answer is I can keep them all. Just checking the German whisper line, and essentially these can be 3s, and therefore, and here as well. So I'm not removing anything. And then this can still be 7, 6, 6, and 6. Right, more Sudoku it is. Not 2. This column, where is a 1 in this column? Still 2 places for it. So there's a 1, then 2, 3, 5, and 6. And this cell could seemingly be any of them. What about this box? That's nearly pencil marked. I've got too many pencil marks. 1 and 2 pair, and as a result, as you can see, you miss things like that. That's a 2. That means 2 is none of these cells. 2 is one of these 2, adding to my pencil marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 6, 7, 8. Have we known that already? No, because that's a 1, 2 now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are 6, 7s because they're not 8, which gives me an 8, which gives me a 6, 7 pair. Another 1, 3, an unresolved 1, 3, of course. That's not a 3. This is now 5, 6, 7 to complete the column. We've got the same trick again with the 1, 2s. That's a 3. That requires a double 8. Hoping this is going to start to open things up a bit. I did say remove the 8s, not the 7s. Remove the 8s, not the 7s. Gives me a bunch of 6, 7 pairs and 1, 2s. Here's more 1, 2s. It's very unusual. Here's a 7. Is that going to help me unwind all these 7s and 6s? Not sure. That's a 3, 5. That does give me whatever this digit is. 1, 2, 1, 3. Nope, that's the end of that train. Where the puzzle gets harder, the further you go. And it's not common, but it's fascinating how people seem to manage to pull it off and design it as such. Right. Oh yeah, that can't be a 6. That's 7, that's 6. 7 gives me 6, gives me 7, gives me 6, gives me 7, gives me 1, 2, 1, 2 for the finish. Absolutely deserving of the rating, Oddlyeven. And yeah, I'm just always fascinated by puzzles that seem to get harder the further you progress. And despite knowing the colors, or the polarity I should say, on the German whisper line, the quick break-in with the 2, 4, 8. Fascinating. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle and video. And looking forward to reading your comments about how you got on with this one. Bye-bye for now.